Today we'll show you the failed application of glass liquid on a used device. First of all, we have to free our screen from dust and dirt. After our device is already used, the wheel will form faster. But first we want to demonstrate what can happen if you apply the liquid wrong, how you handle it, and what you can do against it. You can see on this device a lot of scratches after it's a used device. Now we will turn the device off. Remember to always turn it off when applying the liquid. That's really important. We have already cleaned the screen with the alcohol pad. We freed it from dust and dirt, so now we're polishing the screen to make sure there are no fingerprints or greasy spots left over. Now you can see how applying the liquid can go wrong. The pad you can already put on the screen. Make sure that the package of the cleaning pad is already open so you can handle it quick later. Be sure that there's no dust or similar on the screen. Now open the bottle. How many people try to dose it right and then it happens? Too much liquid on the pad and the pad is floating. Don't despair, no panic, nothing happened yet. As long as it is liquid, nothing happens. First, we remove the pad, then we use a microfiber cloth to rub the liquid away, and then we clean the display with a cleaning pad thoroughly. Now we clean the screen again with a microfiber cloth, and then we will see there has no wheel formed and everything is good. You did the right thing to the right time. And remember, if you tip out the liquid, no panic. Don't spread it over the screen, and don't think putting more liquid on it makes it even harder, because that isn't the case. Just wipe it away with the microfiber cloth and the cleaning pads and just clean your display. When it's clean, then you can contact us so we can help you out and give you tips how to apply the further layers. Hello glass fans, today I will explain to you how to apply the liquid on the Apple Watch, Smartwatch or the smartphones. First of all, take off the bracelet of the Apple Watch. Otherwise, you can damage it while applying the liquid on the Apple Watch. Normally, you get a package which looks like that. And in this package, there's everything included what you need to apply the liquid. Before we start, it's really important that we clean the Apple Watch. Therefore, we take the alcohol pad, which is also included in the packaging. Principle, you find pads, cleaning pads, an alcohol pad, and microfiber cloth in our packaging. After you have cleaned your screen of the Apple Watch exactly, make sure that there is no dust on it, no greasy spots, or no dirt leftovers. Make sure that your Apple Watch is turned off because your Apple Watch should cool down on room temperature because that is more easily to apply the liquid. Now we can start to prepare everything for the application. Now we can rip off the packaging of the pads. There are 3 pads included, which are there to apply the liquid on your screen. Also, we'll rip 1 package of the cleaning pads so we can use them very fast when the wheel has formed. In every liquid bottle, you can see a little bit of liquid, which is calculated for every device and is always enough for 3 applications. Very important for the use on the Apple Watch, just use 1 drop of liquid on the pad. The pad is not allowed to float in the liquid. 1 drop is really enough. Now spread the liquid over the whole screen. Now rub as long as you see a wheel form on any spot. The wheel don't have to be on the whole screen. When you see a wheel form on one spot of the Apple Watch or on the screen, it's time to clean the wheel off. Now take the cleaning pad immediately in and remove the wheel immediately. Be sure also that you clean the edges very thoroughly. If 1 cleaning pad isn't enough, just take a 2nd cleaning pad. And also you can turn them around. Now take a microfiber cloth and just clean the screen again. Before we start to dry the liquid with the hair dryer, make sure that there are no leftovers of the drying wheel. I advise to take another cleaning pad just to make sure that there are no wheel leftovers, and also make sure that you clean the spot between the unibody and the display very good. And also clean the edges very well, just in case that there is some liquid on the edge. So it's really easy, and just let us summarize it again. When the wheel has formed on any spot, use the cleaning pad immediately to just remove it. Before we start to work on it with a hair dryer, make sure that your watch is really clean. Now we apply the first layer of the glass liquid, and how you can see, we have no drying wheels leftovers on our Apple Watch, so you made everything right. Now let's come to the part with the hair dryer. In that part, we should process the Apple Watch with a hair dryer, 5 minutes long and with a distance of 15 centimeters. Now we hair dried our Apple Watch with a distance of 15 centimeters and 5 minutes long. We have let it set for another 15 minutes so the Apple Watch can cool down to room temperature. That's what we need to apply the liquid. So now you can apply the second and the third layer on your Apple Watch the same way as we did the first layer now together, and make sure that you really just use one drop each application, each layer, and to remove the drying wheel as soon as it has built on any position on your screen. So make sure that you have the cleaning pads ready to hand. In one cleaning packaging contents 4 cleaning pads. That means you have 12 cleaning pads available. So if something happens and you used more cleaning pads and you still need cleaning pads to apply the third or the second layer, just get in contact with us and we will send you some. Remember, in case of using too much liquid, remove it immediately with a microfiber cloth. Take the cleaning pads to clean the liquid off and don't get any panic. And if you somehow don't got enough liquid left over for the second or the third layer, just in case because you used too much in the first one, get in contact with us, tell us the truth, and we will help you out. After you completed the application of the third layer, I advise you just like 2-3 hours later to hair dry your Apple Watch again, or maybe when you did it at the nighttime or the next morning, just hair blow your Apple Watch for another 5 minutes. This has something to do with the fact that the top layer hardens better and gets more resistance. So now let's come to the Samsung S8. Here we have to consider the following. Here we have the same packaging and the same content as by the Apple Watch, just that here is a little bit more of the filling quantity because we got a bigger screen or display. Same as by the Apple Watch, we also got here 3 packaging of cleaning pads, 1 regular packaging of pads, the liquid, and the microfiber cloth. By the big screens, the pads have to be wetted with the liquid, but not floating in the liquid. So also make sure here that you don't use too much liquid when you drop it out of the bottle, and also make sure not to fill the liquid on top of the earpieces so that there is too much liquid inside, because the liquid hardens and that could cause limitations with the hearing piece. That means you can wipe with the liquid wetted pad over the earpiece, but make sure that you don't drop the liquid from the bottle in the earpiece. Should something go wrong in the application with the liquid, that means that you use too much liquid, that your pad is floated, don't spread the liquid over the display. Instead of that, like you saw in the first part of the video, wipe it off with the microfiber cloth, clean the screen afterwards immediately with the cleaning pads, and afterwards contact our customer support so we can help you out with another liquid if needed. In this case, more liquid doesn't mean that you got a higher protection. Again, the pad should not float in the liquid, it just has to be wetted. If too much liquid is on your display, don't panic, wipe it off, clean it off with the cleaning pads. You have enough cleaning pads in the packaging. Be sure to turn out your device before applying. That is really important. And also here, rip the packaging of the cleaning pads before you apply the liquid, because you have to react really fast later on. Basically, you have to clean your device very thoroughly, especially if you got new devices. They're like leftover oils from the production on your display, and new screens are very smooth. That means that the drying wheel arises a little bit later than with devices which are already used. So I explain it again. Clean your device thoroughly, especially also on the edges. When the device is clean, like in this case, we will take the microfiber cloth and just clean it And we make sure that we don't got any dust leftovers on our screen. So the device looks good, we got no dust on it, and make really sure that there is no dust, otherwise the liquid will enclose the dust and it will stay on your display. Then we take a pad and we'll wet it with the liquid carefully. If the pad is soaked with the liquid, you will see that immediately, and that's enough. The pad should not be floated with the liquid. Now it's time to rub the pad over your screen and moisten the whole screen. And be sure that you get also the edges of the display so the liquid can tighten everywhere. Rub the pad with the liquid as long till a drying wheel has formed. Remember that as soon as the wheel forms in one place, it must be removed. Here you already can see the wheel. That means that the screen don't have to be wetted with a wheel all over, like in this case. Now don't wait too long to remove the wheel, because once it's hardened, it's really difficult to remove. Make sure to turn around the cleaning pad sometimes so the glass crystals don't get spread out over your screen. So the glass crystals are on the other side of the pad and you can clean your screen with the clean side of the clean pad. Then we clean it with the microfiber cloth just to make sure that there is no leftovers of the drying wheels on the display. And afterwards you can also take again the cleaning pad just to make sure that there are no leftovers, especially on the edge, especially between unibody and the glass edge, the drying wheel could settle. Now our device looks perfect. We made sure that there are no drying wheels on top or similar. Now it's important to blow dry your device for 5 minutes with a distance of 15 centimeters. After we processed our device with a hair dryer for 5 minutes with a distance of 50 centimeters, we have to let the device sit for another 50 minutes just to make sure that it gets back to room temperature. Afterwards, you can proceed your device with step 2 and 3. So summarized, you have to note by the application 2 important things. First of all, you have to prepare the cleaning pads and the pads. That means to rip off the packaging or cut it open with the scissors so that everything is ready to hand. Then you put on the pad and moisten it with the liquid till it's wetted but not floating in the liquid. Then you rub the pad with the liquid over the display and spread it everywhere. And as soon as you notice that there is a wheel form on one place on the screen, it's time to remove it with a cleaning pad. Remember that it's not necessary that the wheel has formed over the completely screen. Very important, don't panic if too much liquid is on your display. In such a case, just clean it immediately with a microfiber cloth and afterwards clean it with the cleaning pads. Make sure that you handle really quick so the liquid has no time to form a drying wheel. Because in this case you got a really thick layer of liquid and to remove that is really difficult. That's why make sure to not use too much liquid. So that's it from my part. If you have any further questions, just contact us. You will receive this installation guide via email as a PDF. If this does not happen, contact us or look on our homepage in the footer. There are all installation guides deposited. We have different types of installation guides. We got one for all smartphone devices and also an installation guide for the Apple Watch. For the Apple Watch, make sure you just use 1 drop of liquid on the pads, and for the smartphones, make sure that the completely pad is wetted but not floating in the liquid. So guys, that was it. There should not be any mistakes if you follow our installation instruction and our video here. If you have any further questions or you're insecure, don't hesitate to contact us. So in case you use too much liquid, don't panic, wipe it off. And very important, don't use it like our predecessor, the liquid 1.0. That's really important because this liquid you got now don't have to dry out before removing. That means as soon as the drying wheel forms, the liquid already solidified on your screen and has to be removed immediately. We hope that the video helped you out and you now understood how to apply the liquid on your device. If you have further questions, you're insecure, or you need help, just contact us via email or give us a phone call and we will help you out.